Okay.
Well,
So tell us about the school.
when I began school, people here were very, very poor. And they asked me to help them to make a school so that little children can begin to study because it was too far for little boys and girls to go down to the village. So I began in the old house to work with them. And they have too much difficulties, especially with their hands. They couldn't cut paper, they didn't know how to take a pencil and work it. And when they work, after an hour like that, they sleep. They began to sleep in the desk. So I began to investigate what happened with their lives, what were they doing, because many of them were like that. And they have 2 meals every day, and every day was the same meal. It was in the morning at 6 o'clock. They drink a soup made of potato, and at 6 o'clock at night, at evening, they also eat the same soup of potato. That was the only meal they have every day, every time during their lives, since they born until that day. And so I began that year to give them breakfast. I bought bread and I gave them every day two bread and a cup of milk. That year. The next year I began to ask the government to help me. And they began to give me that, milk and cookies. So they had not from me, but from the government, they have the breakfast. And I began to buy cereals and potatoes and other things to make soup at lunchtime. And that way we began to have breakfast and lunch. So they have different types of food. Then we gave them eggs and some days fish, some days meat, and other things. Now they, they cultivate and they have vegetables. They have salads with rice and different kinds of cereals. So they have now a balanced meals. And now they work very well. They even have win in concurso, ¿cómo digo? Contest of mathematics of Cajamarca. The children from here, one of the boys have had the second place.
Oh, wow. How many children at the school?
This year we have 45.
45.
It's always around 40, 45, 42, 41.
And what ages?
We have from 3 years to 12, 13 years, till they finish the elementary school. That's all.
Great.